guys, welcome to our beginner chipping series. So for part one, we're going to go over the setup. So Dan, do you want to go ahead and walk us through the proper setup here for hitting the chip shot?
Absolutely. So a few things are going to change in your setup for hitting a chip shot versus hitting a full shot or hitting, say, your putter. So we always talk about having your feet shoulder width apart, and for the chip shot, so we're going to take our most lofted club, which is going to be probably a sand wedge, a lob wedge, something like that. And then as far as setup goes, we want to have our feet pretty close together, similar to when we're hitting like a really short wedge shot. We went over that as well. So feet are going to be about 4 to 6 inches apart. Our weight is going to be preset a little more on the left. So again, like what we do with our wedges. And as far as ball position, I like middle, or if you want for a beginner, you can move it back just a little bit so that it's off of your right foot. And we'll kind of talk about why that is. But everything is about presetting that weight on the left leg. And then when we get into the shot, you're not going to see a lot of leg movement. Because again, like we said in our beginner wedge video, if your feet are really close together, it's hard to make a big swing in balance. And so for this shot, we're going to reiterate that by keeping that weight on the left side.
Definitely. So just from this angle, so they can see it, about 4 inches apart with the feet.
Yep.
Weight's on the front, and I'd say about 60% of the weight should be on the front. Would you agree with that? So
Correct.
about 60% on the front, and then ball position either middle or a little bit back.
Yep.
And another thing to mention here is that you want to feel a little bit taller. You don't want to be really bent over, no bend in your elbows here.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're kind of pushing your arm straight, and you're kind of standing a little taller here.
Yeah.
And you're going to maintain that throughout the entire stroke here.
Yeah.
And that's just going to help you hit the ball cleanly every time. So that's the proper setup to help make crispy little wedge shots. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, when you talk about posture, I think it's a good key, because a lot of times when people get a shorter shot, because they choke down maybe on it a little bit, they'll get more slumped over and they'll overflex their knees, and we know that that's going to cause a lot of mechanical issues in the stroke. So I like that you said that. So just like we went over in posture, you're bending slightly from the waist. We're just releasing the knees. We don't need to flex them. We always talk about that as well. And then that weight on the left side. And what that does is it's going to set us up for hitting the shot on a little bit of a descending angle, which we'll get into. But also having that weight on the left side will move those hands forward, which we'll get into as well.